Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're going to go ahead and review a fragrance from the house of Parfums Vintage. The fragrance we're touching on today is called King. This is the box and the bottle is contained within inside. The bottle says Pineapple Vintage. If you haven't seen some of my other Pineapple Vintage videos, go ahead and take a look. You know, it's a decent enough bottle, but I'm not a fan of the fact that it says Pineapple Vintage as well. A little bit harder for me to discern between the bottles that are on and in my collection, if you will. So just a personal thing, nothing wrong with the bottle, still perfectly serviceable, and that's, you know, it is what it is. Now, King and this box, this bottle and this box were actually sent to me from the company for the purposes of review. So if you do not feel that I can be impartial, please feel free, click away, no harm, no foul. But I'm here to tell you that I, as always, will be impartial and give you guys my honest opinion. So without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get started into the actual smell of the fragrance. This fragrance, when you open and when you spray it on, I had a little bit of warning beforehand in that there is, you know, a couple other reviewers were telling me that, hey, this fragrance is supposed to be the other take or the new take on Creed's Aventus. Now, hearing that, I was immediately kind of tired. You know, I'm tired of Aventus as far as Aventus clones go. I've got Aventus, I've got something that smells almost as close to the clone in Armoff exclusive, but you know, I'm just kind of suffering from burnout, clone burnout from Aventus, if you will. So I kind of went in this with eyes half open, if you will. So when you spray it on, the fragrance kind of has remnants of Aventus. So it kind of has remnants of pineapple, apple, birch, and you know, those main kind of notes that Aventus has, but it goes its own direction. It really, the fragrance that comes to the forefront for me is the blackcurrant. So it's kind of got like this almost this berry-ish smell, blackcurrant, for those of you who don't know. And it starts to bring up a little more of the vanilla, actually, that kind of comes in this scent. So to me, this scent has kind of undertones of what Aventus would smell like, but it really kind of goes in its own direction, which is a credit to the actual fragrance itself. Now, the fragrance quickly does transition into more of a vanilla, citrusy type of a smell that, you know, leaves kind of traces of it on your skin. Now, I say it quickly transitions because one of the weaknesses of this fragrance is the performance. I actually thought that I was going to get stronger performance than what I smelled out of this fragrance, and I was severely disappointed because it was just, it really did not have that performance to kind of last the amount of time that I would expect it to last. So, you know, spraying on even 5, 6, 7 sprays, you know, it would start off like a lion, and then, you know, easily about half an hour later, it would be died down closer to the skin. Now, there is a factor of olfactory fatigue in this fragrance, meaning your scent, your nose itself will get a little bit more used to the scent than other people will with you. Because when I had people smell this, or when I walked past, when I was in situations where I thought, you know, wasn't projecting well, they definitely did smell me as I passed. So they smelled me as I passed, but again, that was with like, I want to say like 9, 10, 12 sprays, basically. I was never able to replicate that with like 4 or 5 sprays. So, you know, performance to me on this one is a little bit lacking for that, but it is a very pleasant scent, and, you know, it's applicable in most occasions. So if I'm going to go ahead and give this fragrance a rating, I'm going to give this fragrance a rating 2 out of 5 stars. Let me tell you why I'm giving it 2 out of 5 stars. I'm not impressed with the route that they went for this particular scent. Don't get me wrong, it is a nice smelling scent, but it doesn't really, you know, wow you in any way, shape, or form. It's losing points because of the 1, lack of creativity, 2, it's losing points because it doesn't have the performance. And then, you know, for, you know, what they're asking, it's a little bit much to me for what you're specifically getting for the scent. I mean, there are so many other scents that are like this fragrance off the top of my head that I would potentially get. I would potentially get other Pineapple Vintage or, sorry, Parfums Vintage scents over this one. I would, because, you know, again, kind of going with the Aventus kind of clone route is, at this point, you know, if you're gonna do it, you gotta go hard or go home, basically. And this one kind of comes in like a lamb, if you will. The 2 out of 5 rating, though, it does not smell bad. So I don't want you to think that. I just think that it's lacking in terms of overall quality for the reasons that I mentioned. So that pretty much is it, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on this particular fragrance. Leave a message, leave a note down below. Thank you guys, take care of yourselves, and you guys have a great day.